Silent Hill 1. All it took was for Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 0 to ingrain this in me. My goodness. Absolutely astonishing, amazing. And now I look at the title screen, you click something, you get this bizarre noise, and if there's no voice narration of the title, I immediately think to myself, well, yeah, the title, yes. So not Resident Evil 1. Actually, it doesn't say Resident Evil 1 in Resident Evil 1, it says Resident Evil. In Resident Evil 0, it says Resident Evil 0. And it is, of course, outrageous and epic. Oh my, look at all the time I've wasted. Well, guess what? This seems to suggest that there are multiple places in which I can save, because otherwise why would they specify that I can save in the cafe? I wouldn't say the cafe, if you could only save in the cafe, now could you? Now would it? If you could. Anyway, the idea is not to waste ammo, so I'm going to reload a save. Which save? Now, I could reload the first one, and then I would be forced to struggle with the initial creature. So never mind that. Yeah, you go right ahead, dude. Oh, the lack of transparency might be a Wait, I think I understand what's going on. It's a blitting issue. Yeah. Usually you clear the screen before you draw again. So with these draw calls, presumably they draw him again without erasing the screen. Presumably you would fill it with black, you know, an empty buffer, then you draw on top of that, the sprite. But what's happening in the animation, yeah, this might be exclusively interesting to you know, computer science nerds like me. I mean, is that supposed to be some sort of a deterrent? Like, oh no, people might not appreciate watching this. People aren't watching this anyway. I should make my peace with that concept. Should have made my peace with that concept a long time ago. I'm desperately trying to recall what the controls are. Alright. As far as I understand it, you can strafe to the right and you can strafe to the left. If you press both strafe buttons at once. That's one of the most logical things I've ever seen in my entire life. If you press both strafe buttons at once, you do a 180 quickly. Of course, as you should. I mean, that's so natural and so logical, of course. There is a quick turn button aside from that, but if you want to whip around in a hurry, you can. And this is a feature I have neglected in these games. It's interesting because you see, the first game I recall this being present in is the Blair Witch Project 1, which is quite an obscure game. Anyway, long story short, in these sorts of games, these exact games, it's a feature, and I tend not to use it even though it's reasonably useful. It's quite useful. All too often you are confronted with a threat right in front of you and you want to run away. So what do? Well, if you start running and you perform your little turn circle, you start running towards the threat, slowly turning. First thing you should do, even though it takes a while, whip around. I said whip around and start running in the opposite direction. Notably, in certain circumstances, don't just keep running in the opposite direction. If it's a sort of case invalidated, if it would constitute an example of the Prometheus school of running away from things. If something is coming crashing down on top of you, don't just turn around 180 degrees and, you know, run away from the thing. It's not gonna end well. You run to the side. You can flip around. Actually, interestingly enough, if you are in a Prometheus scenario, turn 90 degrees in either direction and then run. Turning 180 degrees solves nothing. Because even if you turn 180 degrees, you still need to turn 90 degrees to run to the side. So in a Prometheus scenario, if you're facing the thing falling on top of you, never turn around only to then turn to the side. Always just turn to the side and run to the side. I'm not sure if strafing is the way to go. It all depends. under certain circumstances, this is a geometric puzzle. This is pretty much purely mathematical, but I guess depending on a number of factors, especially if the surface is smooth, I think in principle it could make sense under certain circumstances to not run directly to the side, but to run forward and to the side. Because if you're closer to the thing falling on top of you, you will get crushed sooner, whereas by running away from the thing, you buy yourself some time. Now, running completely forward, unless the thing is reasonably short, is not the way to go. And of course, that depends on relation between how tall and how wide something is. Now, if something is falling down to crush you, and it's incredibly wide, but not particularly tall, then by all means, please don't run to the side. If it's the same in all directions, well, then you may as well run to the side, because then you only have to turn 90 degrees and not 180. If, however, it is reasonable, there's presumably some break-even point. Well, something isn't that skinny that you can just dart to the side and be safe immediately, but rather have to run to the side a bit, but you need to buy yourself more time while running to the side, and therefore have to run at some other angle. Not completely 90 degrees, but to an extent away from the object falling on top of you to buy yourself time and not have your head crushed while you are running to the side. Although this could be once again, this is a purely mathematical. I should be able to solve this as an engineer. Anyway, the use button, as far as I remember, is A. I mean, it is A. Hold on, how was this plotted on the PlayStation controller, the Japanese thing? Isn't Sony also a Japanese? I don't know anymore. I do remember there was a number of sides. So there was a circle, then an X, so that's 2 sides, then a triangle, so 3 sides, and then there was a square. But how were they placed? I think in the most counterintuitive, zigzaggy way. So the circle would be where the B button is. So the X would be under A, right? Then there would be a triangle over, I don't know. I think the square button equivalent was for running, so that's X.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, down, up, left.
As opposed to the X, which is the cross, which would be the A, which would be the use button. Would it?
Yeah, the button is use.
I think in Japan, you know, an X is a no and a circle is a yes. So I don't know anymore.
Maybe they have the layout switched around.
I'm playing a horror game, and I'm stalling, as I tend to. Okay, so what does B do? Is that the flashlight?
That is correct.
This is the map. Where do I wish to go? Well, since you've asked so nicely, since I have asked so nicely, well, I want to go to this little back alley. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. No. No. Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
I was about to say this is from before I picked up the radio, but it's not. Well, in that case, why isn't my destination depicted on the map? Huh? Why isn't it? Well, either way, you know where I'm supposed to go, presumably. You've seen the previous episode. In case you haven't, what on earth are you doing here? All right. So the general idea is that I have these strafe buttons. If I press them both at the same time, you can see him whip around, and that might be the only way to whip him around. There's the items menu, where I can equip numerous things. The flashlight is on. It's easy to turn on or off. Portable radio is on. Yep. It's the map screen, and I can exit this. Whatever. I also have some healing on me. Okay, so this is for running, this is for the map, this is to use items and shoot and such, and this, I think, turns on the flashlight. Ugh. Controllers. Am I right? No. Where could Cheryl have gone? I guess I'll check that alley again, where I have almost died. Cafe? Cheryl. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. Okay, now, hear me out here. It has occurred to me as a possibility that I may or may not have mentioned that perhaps, and this might sound crazy, but I've heard crazier things, perhaps it's not the town that is a problem and that constitutes a mortal peril to Cheryl. Perhaps it's the other way around, you see. Perhaps the reason everything has gone askew and astray and pear-shaped is because of Cheryl. Maybe she's cursed and she has brought this upon the town instead of the town being a threat to her and bringing anything upon her. Have you considered that? Now, I have considered that because, my goodness, never in a horror situation trust a little girl, especially never trust a little girl to be a little girl. Now, granted, in Resident Evil 2, it's not necessarily true, but still, that doesn't mean that there are no exceptions. That doesn't mean that there are no little girls who are actually just little girls who happen to be in a horror movie scenario. But as a matter of principle, just because it looks innocent doesn't mean it's not a threat. Keep that in mind. This applies to many, many things. like Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Yeah, great example of a horror scenario. Brilliant. Wait, hold on. I can hold one of these things. Yes. Yes, this is the... I believe the left trigger key that I can hold to look around. Because the camera isn't particularly static in this game, though. It's dynamic but weird. I wouldn't call it a third-person camera exactly, not in the traditional sense. It's not an over-the-shoulder type of camera. No parking anytime. Why? What exactly is the issue? Well, there is no one parked there. There's a car over there. Can we examine the car? Is this wise? It's fine, though. It's fine. I have the radio turned on. And it detects monsters for no discernible reason. Any newspapers? This is presumably a newspaper machine. A weird contraption. Why is it a weird contraption? It's this American thing, isn't it? What is my instinct here? That it would be immediately vandalized over here? It's not like vandals are less inventive in the United States. I don't know. What do I... Maybe it's just this sort of regional curiosity that's perfectly fine and normal and just seems weird because I'm not used to it. Yeah, an American thing that seems weird because I'm not used to... Well, there exist such things, believe it or not. Not everything that exists out there that's American seems perfectly natural to me, I guess. Yeah, like selling ice. Oh goodness, let's not get on with on that subject again. My goodness. Spent too long talking about ice as it is. I could be running. However, guess what? I think running makes more noise. And from what I have heard, well, from what I have read in the manual, which I think is a perfectly fair way to approach life and video games, creatures spot you if they see you, and they spot you if they hear you. But as far as I understand it, they're probably about as blind and deaf as classic zombies, to give you a chance. Most creatures tend to be otherwise evading them. In such circumstances would be nigh on impossible. And as smart as you may feel, and as smug as you may be about such a thing occurring, it's really not bad. A fire hydrant! Oh! A fire hydrant just appeared in front of my eyes and I was so scared. Maybe the fire hydrant is the true No. Can you interact with the fire hydrant? Was he a dog? Can you even see what street this is? This is you can check the map. That's significantly easier. It is indeed the Finney Street. I'm on Backman Road. I believe my car is somewhere in that direction. Wait, didn't I... I tried to enter a convenience... Whoa. Careful now. Okay. Now listen, I could try to go to the convenience store before visiting my original objective. I genuinely don't know. I don't even remember how to reload my gun other than accessing the... Oh no. Is it coming this way? Okay. I think I've managed to evade it. I was about to say that this is the beauty of the thing, but it's the exact opposite of a... No, just avoid it. You can check the map as much as you want and you'll be safe. Okay. Now listen. I can hypothetically shoot the dogs. Or the dog-like things. They're not exactly zombie dogs. But here's the thing. If I do that, if I choose to do that, if I elect to... Come on, listen. According to the manual, this guy is not some sort of a super soldier, all right? He's not any type of soldier. He's not a cop. He's your average American citizen, so he may be able to shoot a couple of things, but he's not a great shot. So as much as he may be able to shoot them, he may as well miss. And he's really, really effective, largely in just point-blank range or near that. So if you're trying to snipe monsters from afar, think again. You can do that, as I have demonstrated previously, but you're going to be chewing through ammo at a tremendous pace, which basically invalidates the utility of the entire procedure, doesn't it? Because you're doing this to be safe. If you go through all of your ammo, you're completely at the mercy of your enemies, unless you resort to using the knife, or, kicking them while they're down, which is a brilliant strategy, by the way. So no. Best I can come up with is just running past them. I could have just gone over here and ran past them a while back. This could have taken me a fifth of the time, or even a tenth of the... You just go out of the cafe and head over here to the side alley. Why? Okay, I'm going to run past them. No! I don't like these noises. Oh, no! Whoa, no, go! Calm down, buddy. It's all fine. But yes, every single time I look at my heart rate, it seems to make no sense. But then again, I've read up on it, and apparently the way it usually works is the moment you're stressed, it goes down, and only then it rises up a moment later. So it all makes perfect sense. As I gaze slightly to the side to check my own heart rate during these moments, it's surprisingly low. Yeah, and then it spikes immediately afterwards. I don't know how much sense that makes. Anyway, there's a huge pool of blood over here. Can you remark on this? Sir? Oh no, I can't even remember his name. Should have played this sooner. I mean, I can hear the thing. Which means there are monsters nearby. We can't rest here. Okay, we are in close quarters. I think next thing I see, I'm going to shoot. Gotta remember, use this. I can't actually look around. Not in this area. Okay, listen, buddy. Something approaches you. You take aim, and how are you holding this gun? What are you doing? Never mind. You're holding it like a club. Holding it like a club sandwich. What is a club sandwich anyway? And how does it relate to clubs? I presume it's not the sort of sandwich you hit someone over the head with. Okay. Well, yes, stirs, pipes. Okay, yes. Does this, does that. I see this doesn't exactly match what we have witnessed before. So as far as I understand, we can go straight through down to Madison Street? Is that a possibility? Maybe this was blocked off. Alright. So presumably we can leave through here. No, we can't. This is a dead end. Well, I presume... You can strafe as you're aiming! Well, I can strafe while I'm aiming. Can you? Ooh! Die, monster! You don't belong. Whoa! Kick it while it's down! Kick it while it's down! Kick it while it's down! Stop making noises, you. Okay. But that was a horrible experience, and he's in red now. He's not doing well. He's just fine. Never mind any of that. Reloading. 15 shots. Okay. And 14 handgun bullets left. I'm doing just fine. Could I have done any better in this encounter? I do not know. But the game is reasonably merciful. It's reasonably simple. It's not... it's trying to scare me. It's not trying to kill me. I don't know. This is a game from way back. So if I make a crucial enough mistake, I'm just gonna die. But yeah, as I was saying, you can aim and then you can strafe. Although strafing to the right isn't as easy because then you have to hold the trigger button and then you have to find a way to press the button above that button. Wait, if this is the trigger button, what's the button above that? I don't know. I'm not a console gamer.
They're called shoulder buttons, apparently.
Okay, well, this vent vexes me. What if something busts out of there? I'm getting paranoid. No, presumably I would have heard a noise, wouldn't I? Wouldn't I have? Right? Would have made a noise? Would have warned me. Nope. I was about to say, oh, maybe it's it's almost certainly not a garage. Imagine trying to get your car over here. It's not impossible. If you were to remove the barrels and open up no, it's almost certainly not a garage. It's possibly some sort of a storage unit or something like that. Okay, what about this AC, I believe. That's air conditioning, isn't it? You put part of it inside and you put part of it outside. Oh, pools of blood, classic. Well, no noise so far. There are some handgun bullets. Take them? Yes, take them. There are some handgun bullets. Take them? Yes. You know, if they said there are some handgun bullets here, or I found some handgun... I mean, whatever. Just saying there are some handgun bullets sounds perfectly fine, it's just not idiomatic. I mean, I get it. There are, but... That's kind of not the point. A crowbar! What's the newspaper? To school.
Isn't the Cheryl sketchbook? She's at the school.
And how exactly did you come up with that conclusion? Midwich Elementary School. Now listen, the oldest trick in the book is to throw you a bone, give you some quest items, and have a trigger on you picking that up, spawning some horrible things. Sketchbook cover. This picture. It's me. Yeah, fair enough. The first picture Cheryl drew in the sketchbook I gave her on her 5th birthday. Aww. Well, Family Guy, can you just pick up the sketchbook cover? I don't think it's going to weigh you down particularly. There is a steel pipe. Take it? Yes. Alright then. I have a pipe. I'm not afraid to use it. 3-foot long steel pipe. Long range, but of limited use. When you say of limited use, do you mean it's not particularly useful, or do you mean this thing is thoroughly rusted and will break on you soon enough? Anything through here? Or is this a dead end? It appears to be a dead end. Yes, yes indeed. And my next order of business is to visit the elementary school. There are many ways I could try to do that. You know, I've mentioned that convenience store. You can see it right there, right? In the upper right corner. I can't point to it because I don't have my cursor. But you can see it there. A convenience store. On the corner of Backman and Finney. It's right there. Now, presumably I should visit every single place anyway. So should I just beeline it to the elementary school to try and find Cheryl, or should I instead try to loot every single other place? Presuming that things will just get worse as I stay here. Okay, I think monsters will try to nab me as I try to leave, so let's be particularly careful, shall we? Well, this place seems reasonably safe. Alright, as I'm aiming, I shouldn't be using things, because using things as you're aiming is shooting. Look. Something is going to bust out of that little storage unit, isn't it? And I think the smartest way to go about this is to do what I tend to do. Well, that's a lie. That's not what I tend to do at all. I tend to gun everything down until it's perfectly dead. But in this game, it's not the greatest of ideas because enemies respawn as far as I can tell. Anyway, my idea is to just get out of here. There's nothing left to find as far as I can see. I should just get out of here. Run to the exit, and after I'm, well, out of the woods essentially, and back at the garages, I guess. There's a bit of a, that's essentially kind of a parking lot, I guess. Once I'm there, I'll presumably, well, be swarmed by enemies again, so I run past them too. Go to the cafe and save. That's the current plan. And obviously I'm stalling because I'm mortified. Something is gonna bust out of this thing on the left, isn't it? Well, better not find out. Just run, just run, just run. Anything over there? Not that I can see. The suspense is killing me. It's killing me. The camera angles, oh the camera angles as well. Literally face a single monster in all of this. And I got brutally injured during that process, so that might have been for the best. Okay, the plan is to just go to the cafe, save again. Yes, and then possibly go to the convenience store afterwards, try to loot that. And if I get hurt on the way, I can always reload. I shouldn't be shy about reloading if I... Whoa, no! Well, I knew what was coming! Oh, no! No! Oh. Gotta go fast. The whole point was... I mean, I knew what was coming. Why on earth would I let my guard down knowing what was coming? What on earth is wrong with me? I mean, yeah, I ever see damage a single time. Big whoop. Worse things will presumably happen. Though obviously, for various for one simple reason, I'm not particularly comfortable with this, and that's the fact that I'm using a controller over here. So I'm not going to have an easy time making my way through this mess. If I panic and have to rely on my instincts, I'm gonna fail miserably, because I don't have the instincts, you see. Alright, it's save number 3. Data 3, save 3. Interesting. Okay. Leave. Right, we'll be heading out again. It's snowing outside, there's the mist. We turn right on Backman, we go to the convenience store. Try to loot that. That's the plan. And I gotta be cautious. This is not an exit. This is not running. This is an atrocity. Okay. Go through here. Exit. Open the door. Get on the floor. Turn right. Run. Go to the convenience store. There's your car further up ahead. Down this road. Or up this road. Whatever. Down, up. Basically same thing in this context. Should be able to get to the convenience store, should I not? Just run into a wall. That's not good. Hey there, little buddy! Let me go into the convenience store real quick. The 8th convenience store. I 8 convenience stores. Convenience store 8. Great. Alright. Now, there's no noise, which seems to suggest to me that I'm safe here. For now. Whew. This is the first place I wanted to visit. Oh, hey! Guess who found a way to save? I've saved at the stall. Glorious. Okay, now I know a second spot for me to save. Is that a first aid kit? You bet your ass that's a first aid kit. Alright, let's leave the tills alone. What about this? What does that even contain? Because for all... that's just a box as far as I can tell. First aid kit. Obviously. If it's a box with a plus sign, that's a first aid kit. The Red Cross didn't get to them quickly enough. This is a first aid kit. Take it, yes. Yes, please. Protecting their image. It's perfectly understandable, but then again, my goodness. Back in the day, and presumably, if it was left unchecked indefinitely into the future, nothing would have given gamers more peace of mind than the symbol of the Red Cross. Witnessing it every single time, they would figure to themselves, okay, I'm safe now. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be able to heal. But no. Take the healing thingy. There is a health drink. Take it? Yes. Take the healing potion. I have no idea how this works. I have no idea what this is. Turn around. But we are taking it. Anything else? A tin of beans, perhaps? I should presumably just save after I have thoroughly plundered the place. I presumably shouldn't really have qualms about doing this. Because technically, you know, I am looting a convenience store, but it's for the greater good, you see. It's largely been looted already. But that's not the point. The point is that ultimately, I am desperately trying to survive over here. I'm trying to save this little town. Okay, I'm not trying to save this little town. I'm mostly trying to survive and find my daughter Cheryl. She's not Cheryl, is she? She's just Cheryl. Is she? I mean, she might be a Cheryl, but I think she's more of a Cheryl, despite the... See, whatever. Where does this lead? This leads absolutely nowhere. You know, ordinarily you'd think, oh, this leads to the back where all the good stuff is. No, that's not how any of this works. But, yes, this is a classic case of an inaccessible doll. What's on the other side? We'll never know. This is a thoroughly uninteresting place. Maybe some event will take place over here. Maybe we will be directed here at some point in the future. But as far as I can tell, at this particular juncture, the only interesting thing about this place is the fact that you have access to a notepad here so you can save. Other than that, nothing. We have already plundered it thoroughly. Presumably we will not be coming back here unless it's just convenient, and then we'll just come back here to save. Let's have a gander at the map. Where do I go from here? What do I do next? I've plundered the convenience store. I have been to the back alley. I have wisely avoided killing all the creatures because they respawn anyway. My car is useless, so let's not even bother with that. The next order of business should be to go to the elementary school, and we have numerous ways of accomplishing that. I know that the path down Bachman Road is reasonably safe, at least as far as the cafe. After that point, all bets are off. So I could go down that path. I could go down Finney to the west, that's also a possibility, and then down Midwich to Midwich Elementary School. Would make sense. I can meander, that's not the best of ideas. I can go Buckman, Bradbury, reach the school. I could go Finley, Midwich, reach the school. I could go Buckman Block, Midwich, reach the school that way. Buckman, Madison, Midwich. I can turn at any point. If you look... I was about to say, if you look at this, Manhattan distance basically applies. Look at the roads, look at the layout of this town. Surely this must be a modern town. No, it's just American. It's just American. It's how they build things. You have the European layout that's completely insane because they didn't plan for cars back in the day when these little villages and cities were constructed. So no, most American towns and cities are going to be like this. This doesn't indicate this is particularly modern. They just weren't around before they needed these wide roads. Anyway, I think I'm going to pick some straightforward approach, some really straightforward approach, and stick with it. I am tempted to explore possible points of interest on the fringes, namely basically where the road ends. So as you can see, if you go all the way west down Finney, over the... hold on, let me zoom. If we go through here down Finney, there's a path to the north. I have no idea what's there. Presumably it's blocked off, but I would be interested to investigate. Same here, a path to the west. Does it lead out? Presumably not, but I would be interested in investigating that. So we'll go through here down Finney, we'll check the path north, we'll check the path west as we head down Midwich, and then we'll reach Midwich Elementary School, where something lies for us to discover, I would presume. Okay, the plan was to go down Finney, check the exit north, check the exit west, then head south via Midwich and reach Midwich Elementary School. You've got a gun, you've got auto aim, I think. You should be fine, just golden. Alright. Gotta go fast. I need to remember. Run! The noises are different for different types of creatures as far as I can tell, which is intriguing, to say the least. I think there are these little bits of text that are simply completely illegible. For instance, these black things over there, presumably, are supposed to say something, but I can't read that. How am I supposed to read that? It's too low resolution. Anyway, I think there are very different sorts of sounds that the radio makes depending on the type of enemy you're facing. There's this high-pitched ringing alarm when you're dealing with the pterodactyls, or whatever they are. Maybe the huge, horrifying bats from hell. And then the little dog-like creatures make a completely different, lower, growling sound, which once again makes sense, yes. High-pitched sort of thing for the flying bat thing, growling thing for the dog, sure. Okay, we can just keep on running down Finney. Yeah, you hear that? That bit of growling static sounds like the dog thingy. Oh no! No, 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 no! Turn around! No! No! I was supposed to go down Finney. It'll presumably lose track of me soon enough. I wanted to go upstairs through here. But they won't let me, will they? Crabs. Crabs? No, leave that alone. No! Stop it. Stop it, you. Running in the exact opposite direction. I could just try to gun it down. Maybe that would help. Well, am I supposed to... Can I actually lose it? Hey, I vanished! What is this? Actually, if you hide in a spot like this, can you actually hide in a spot like this? Or is it that you've just walked into a dead end and therefore cannot proceed? Cannot progress in any way? See, yes, I have been able to figure out, not that it took much effort or much intellect, that you can enter locations that are not explicitly marked as your next objective. So is that. Which leads to a very interesting question indeed. Namely, which locations can you actually visit? Well, can you go? You can go to the cafe, you can go to the convenience store anywhere else, maybe the burger joint. Maybe just the sorts of places that are marked on the map with something meaningful. So, not private residences out there, but other places might just be perfectly fine. Anyway, let's look around. Let's have a gander. It's a nice touch. He does look around himself. He turns his head, etc. I think he rotates his body entirely. Yes. So when you look around using this function, oh no. Leave me alone. Oh, it has spotted me. Spotted me. Knows where I am. Well, maybe I should just ignore it. Oh yeah, that's gonna go over swimmingly. Outrunning it seems like, whoa! Well. Well then. Oh! You know, I had a plan. Yeah, but you know what they say about best laid plans. Fascinating. Okay, so you can't quite go down Finny, now can you? Apparently there's a sinkhole over there, I think the term happens to be. So we either go down Bachman or we go down 11th Street. I think I will go down 11th Street. Okay, this is the path south as far as I can tell, yes. We have outrun the flying monstrosity, unbelievably enough. This seems like a location you should be able to enter. But alas, alas. That is not the case. Maybe the mailbox shall shed some light. No, it will not. Absolutely not. How about you, little mailbox? Anything you can tell me about this residence over here? Can I enter the pink doll? No euphemism. Whip around then. Let's make use of that function for once. It's much easier to whip around when you're not under pressure, you see. I mean, presumably, yeah, obviously. Presumably that doesn't shock anyone, of course. If you're under pressure, doing a great many things can be quite difficult. And if there are things you haven't practiced, well, whoa, Nelly, are you going to have a bad time. That is 11th Street, although I am sticking to the sidewalk, which makes perfect sense. Okay, tell you what. Once again, I have options, but I think I'm taking the nearest turn to the right. Down Madison into Midwich. Can it see? Whoa. Hello, what have we here? No, 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 no. Whoa! No, you leave. Whoa, no. Whoa. To right, right. Ah! Oh, hey. Relax, relax. Just don't... Wait, are these further notes from Cheryl? I still think Cheryl is actually what's wrong with it. Doghouse, 11th Street. Oh, no. Well, will you mark the doghouse on the map? Presumably there is one. But yeah, this section of the road has also collapsed. Unsurprisingly. Alright, tell you what, I think the general idea, I was about to say consensus, and technically it would be correct. The general consensus is to go south. That consensus being of my own making, you see. I have agreed on that course of action with myself. Although, as you can imagine, it's not an easy decision when you're me. Reaching a consensus personally is not an easy task. I do have numerous opinions. Absolutely the sort of person who would have an argument in an empty room. Well, then again, I guess that just makes me open-minded. Well... We can't go, yeah, we can't go west, we go south. We try this old trick again. We go down 11, we try to turn right. If we can't turn right, we go down again, presumably reaching Bradbury. This time, almost certainly we will be able to turn right, because if we cannot, then we simply cannot reach the elementary school right now. Which would... Which would also make a great deal of sense, wouldn't it? Maybe, just maybe, it's not at all possible quite yet for us to do that. Okay, we have seen the notes. Down through here is the path right, isn't it? No, we have turned right down 11. This is the path down 11 again. Oh, hey. It sees me. Whoa! It has decided to lunge at me. Bad dog. Down, boy. Down, boy. Whoa, no. Whoa, no. Whoa, Nelly. Whoa, no. Whoa. Run. Run like you've never ran before. No. Another one. No. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, I hate everything. Run. Tried to make the right turns, and by that I mean turns right. Wait, no, this seems yeah, this seems familiar. Yeah, it's like the I see what happened there, and it makes perfect logical sense that that is what happened. That basically was my impression, navigating without a map and without a mini-map, which I guess is what you can hypothetically do in certain circumstances, although the fog doesn't make things any easier than they absolutely desperately have to be. Okay, so my idea of things being bad was that this little place right here, grid reference, I don't know, E4 over, well, sorry, not E4, let's say something between E and F, 3. Between E and F and between 3 and 4. That's being blocked off. The path to the west. I figured, okay, that's going to be blocked off. I'm going to go down Finney. And then I'm going to have to turn via Bradbury Street to reach the elementary school. Well, things were even worse than I had imagined, because you can't actually even reach Block Street. Because, ironically enough, it's blocked. Duh. You can't go south. Not west, you can't go south. That blocked me off. Oh, and it blocked me off as I was being chased by these monstrosities. And counting the right turns I have made, taking advantage of the fact that most of the architecture over here is largely box-shaped, I figured, wait a minute, hold on. I'm not making the right number of turns over here. The path I have in front of me that's also blocked is 90 degrees from me. So that's not the path I had expected to be blocked off. That's the path south. So then I essentially effectively whipped around 180 degrees. Yeah, because I found that path, it was blocked, so I went to the right. Went down, that was blocked, so I couldn't turn further right, so I had to turn left 90 degrees, going back. And then I had to turn right, and now I tried to turn right again, and yes, and horrifyingly enough, this is another parking garage sort of place in Old Silent Hill. I don't like this. I could hypothetically venture in over here, possibly accomplish something. You know what? I have another idea. I have a better idea. My idea is that after we have marked so much on the map, how about I head back to the cafe on Bachman and I make a save? That sounds like a pretty good idea in most circumstances, doesn't it? Okay. So what I need to do is turn 90 degrees left, down Madison, turn left, right into the cafe. Okay, left. Right, sorry, I didn't mean to turn on the map. I know how to get out of here. Left, and then left once the street allows the turn. What is this? Oh no, this is a fence. It's a fenced area. Horrifying. And thus I have made my way back to the cafe. Hooray. Well, Harry, that was fun, wasn't it? Boy, we sure had our adventure. We're back to where we've started, except we have some new items right now. You can tell this is a fine and dandy place by the fact that there's no music here whatsoever. You don't get the calm, soothing, safe room music like in Resident Evil. Whatever, never mind that. I need to come up with a plan, and the plan so far seems to be to try and meander as little as possible and as little as necessary, but meandering might prove to be quite necessary indeed. For all I know, we'll have to check something in Old Silent Hill, possibly that other side path, that other horrible back alley that I've just refused to go to. Anyway, my plan is to try to go down Bachman, then west via Block Street. I will presumably be thwarted, but that's the plan. If that fails, I am going down Bachman to Bradbury. And if that fails, I don't know what to do. Well, the last option, as long as Bradbury is not completely inaccessible, the last option is presumably to go down Elroy Street, then go to Bradbury. Might as well visit the gas station on the way there. Presumably there'll be some loot there, and presumably I'll be able to save there. I'm not sure if I'm playing this game in a particularly awkward way. I'm trying to avoid confrontation as much as possible. Confrontation seems particularly pointless. So let's not get into needless conflict with the nearby creatures, especially since they do appear to respawn. Alright then. I'm going to turn to the left. Now, I'm going to go down the street, and that's the second one to the right that I'm going to turn to. I could try to visit the burger joint, if that is at all accessible. If I hear a creature, I try to remain calm. If I see a creature and it's after me, I just book it. Just run. I think this is the burger joint. Is it closed, perhaps? And accessible? That would stand to reason. There is a health drink. Yes, please take the health drink. Can't visit the burger joint, surprisingly enough, unless you can visit it from another angle. Okay. So the next street to the right is blocked off. Yes, that's Madison. That's Madison Street. There's no point in going there. I could try to visit the burger joint from the other side. Yes, that veers me completely off course. No. Let's not go there. The burger joint is closed. No burgers for you, buddy. I know how painful of an experience this must be for him as an American, but alas, alas, no burgers for him. At least he gets the gun. Oh no! Not again. Any roads out there that are not out? Seriously, what happened here? That tectonic activity. Yeah, what happened here? Basically everything has collapsed? How? We have found 4 places that so far have just sunk to the ground, to the depths of hell possibly. What on earth? So the only way conceivably seems to be down Madison to the east and then down Elroy. Now, I presume this is down to supernatural causes, but for all I know, this is just a failure of maintenance. Maybe this is the true horror of Silent Hill. Imagine that being the actual explanation. Oh, no. It's not supernatural phenomena. It's not monsters from either outer space or the depths of hell or another dimension. No. It's just a sinkhole, and you know, municipal whatever authorities have failed to maintain the road, and it's been this way for a while. Actually, yeah, that sort of mundane explanation would be quite horrifying. And of course there would be quite a few people out there completely dazzled by the profundity of it, thinking, oh my goodness, that just goes to show that man is the true horror and the true threat after all. Our inability to properly maintain our own infrastructure shall be our downfall, not creatures from other dimensions. Yeah, I don't buy it. But then again, I am a strong proponent of monsters being the real monsters. Dogs? Well, I do call them that. For all I know, they're a completely different species, and they keep attacking me precisely because I take them for what they are not. This is, after all, an American town. Maybe they find that offensive. Stop the ringing! For all we know, it's not the actual monsters out there. Maybe it's just tinnitus. The true horror. Have they walled off the city? No, seriously, what on earth is this? What is beyond this? This is not a medieval city we're talking about. I don't expect a... Say what? Yeah, I don't expect a moat. I'm sorry, this is Elroy. I don't know what to tell you, people. Elroy's blocked off too. Well, how the hell am I supposed to read Midwich Elementary School? Sorry, that's just... Yeah, well, I do have an answer to that, actually. I do have an answer. I don't like it, but I do have an answer. And that is, well, even though seemingly, if you look at this, it may seem like all the roads are blocked off so you can't pass. That's not entirely an accurate statement. All the major roads, all the main roads are blocked off. Not all the roads. Even if it's all the roads, it's not all the paths, it's not all the ways. You have creepy, tight, horrifying, monster-filled back alleys. Oh yeah! So, since we do want to go south, ultimately, it appears that we have two options. At least as far as I can see, at least as possibilities, ontologically. I have no idea. Presumably, there will only be a single option for us to cross. But in principle, I see two options. It's either the one directly to the west of us, which I don't think it is, or the one smack dab in the middle, south of the thing that says Madison Avenue on E5. I think that would be the grid reference. I think that's where we should go. So it's probably not here, where I'm pointing in the center. It's probably right here. A path to the south leading to block. Can't go via main roads. The only path you have is via these little tiny side roads. These little... who knows what they are. Stop it! Stop! You know, you sound like a pig, you little fiend. Little flying freak. Wait, this is the second one, isn't it? No, this is the one I've just pointed out. This is the one closest to me, okay. Okay, I could save at the cafe before I try to cross. Is there a point to that? I have just saved, and all I'm getting myself is another X. I could also go north, I guess, and explore the path leaving town, the path to the east. I don't know. But yeah, I'll try to go down through here, run past all the dogs I see. I am not inclined, nor willing to fight them. And then I will go down whatever that leads me down, shooting anything in my way over there, and make my way to the other side. Now, I may be wrong in figuring that these enemies respawn. Maybe wrong as far as many things are concerned, but... Hi. How you do? Pick up the ammo! There are some handgun bullets. Take them? Yes. There are some handgun bullets. Take them? Yeah, and then run. Like you've never ran before? Well, you have ran before, like... Why am I so insistent on precision where it doesn't matter in the slightest? I don't know. I've got a degree in philosophy. You figure it out. No! Good stuff, good stuff. Nice little dive, yes. Yeah, sorry for running you into a wall. Go into the cafe, you've picked up additional bits of ammo. Great! Great, we're finding ammo left and right. It's everywhere here in Silent Hill. Will we find additional weapons? Will we find a single... Well, non-melee weapons. Let me pose it that way. Non-melee weapons. Or will we just have the gun as the end-all be-all? Well, Sybil... Alright, so I've answered my question. I know that on E7 there was basically just some ammo for me to find. Now, we are heading to E5, then heading south. We'll try to break through the... That's the only possibility as far as I can tell. As far as I can tell from the map, and as far as I can tell from what I have seen, that's the only way I can possibly break through to the south. It's the only way. If that doesn't work out, I have no idea what I'll do. I guess there are certain side paths in other places. For instance, roughly where I am, say C7 is another one of these paths, so I could hypothetically go there. And there's also the path, say, on B10 or whatever, I can visit there. But for now, I'm heading to E5. Okay, Vestin, and how do you plan on getting there? You take a turn to the left, then you take a turn to the right, and then left again, right? Right. It's left. Left, then right, then left, then it's just screaming the whole way through. Just the way I like it. You know, maybe I should start shooting these creatures. You know, just to get in the habit of doing it. I don't know anymore. How much ammo do I even have? Might as well check the inventory screen. Haven't been here for a while. Heals injuries to provide moderate stamina recovery. And this replenishes a small amount of stamina. How on earth am I not in perfect ship shape? Fine, you know what? Might as well use this and heal up to full. Anyway, he's got 15 shots in the gun. 75 shots. 75 units of ammo available to him. You know, he'll be fine. I can waste ammo here and there, and I think he will still be fine, even if I miss a couple of shots. Yes, so what I'm doing isn't particularly speedrunning, isn't particularly effective, it's just sad to witness, I guess. Okay. I've ran diagonally. That's terrible. No, I'm not interested in fighting you. I'm more of a lover than a fighter. Ugh. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, never mind that. Never mind any of this. I found some... No. Wait, I can hypothetically... Yeah, I should heal up. You know, things happen, right? Things happen to the best of us. Right, I wanted to outsmart... I'm in green? I thought it would be next to... Alright, never mind. Okay. We are gunning down everything in our way right now. I'm not messing about. Come here, you. Kick it. Flip around. No. No. Oh, damn it. Come on. You know, the little turning circle is a better idea than trying to whip around. Seriously. Because to whip around, you need to stop, press the buttons, and when you press these buttons, you're not exactly looking in the right direction immediately. Better to just whip around by turning, then take aim, and fire. I presumably got horribly, brutally injured. Aiming at these creatures is so annoying! I might just die here. I hate you so much. Listen, you flying pig. I've had enough of your shenanigans. How did you manage that hit? Your auto aim is truly astonishing. Kick it! Die! Thank you. Now this is the way I'm supposed to be facing, right? Right, yes, I'm facing south. Great. Alright. Let's heal him up. Oh, he's in red. Of course he is. Have a drink. And another. Okay, he's down to 2. That's fine. You know, I've been through a lot. I deserve this intervention. I'm not gonna reload. Is that another hydrant? No. It's a it's one of those newspaper machines. Maybe I should reload. Last thing I need is to find myself. So I have these notes. What on earth am I supposed to even do with them? I don't know. Do they alter reality by themselves? 14 shots. So have I reloaded or something? Hold on. No, there's a maximum of 15. How the... So when did I... never mind. Who cares? Just gun down the dogs as much as I can. You know, sidestepping them is going to be a bit of an issue. I'm not terribly great at sidestepping issues. I have issues with sidestepping issues. Down, you little pooch. Die. Let me kick you for good. Thank you. Hey, there's another one there. Right there. Silence at last. I'm not being sadistic over here. They're trying to kill me. Look at these wobbly textures too. Alright. Alright. I'm fine. We're fine. It's all fine. But that's all I can see. It's a first aid kit. I thought it was something else. But yeah, it's just a first aid kit. Well, that's not good. I mean, not to say that first aid kits are not good, but all the same. I've just eliminated all the possibilities that I have outlined. Well, almost all of them. Technically, that's not all the possibilities. I have quite explicitly mentioned that I could hypothetically go up that path on C7, between C and D7, behind the cafe, and then there's the path to the east, leaving Silent Hill. That's all I can come up with. No, that's not all I can come up with. I have found a note mentioning something about a doghouse on 11th Street. Now, maybe I'm supposed to apply that note to a particular location, at which point something will happen? But that would once again mean that the little girl is supernaturally endowed, so to speak. And just by writing stuff, she alters reality itself. That disturbs me as a possibility. Is that a side path, an alley? Hold on. Can you actually go over here? What does that say? Does that tell you anything? That tells you nothing. Same here, buddy. Same here. It tells me nothing as well. Right, that's just a bench. Not particularly useful, is it? Quite a few circumstances it would be... Oh, hush it, you. I have no time for your nonsense. In quite a few circumstances it would be useful to just go to where the enemies are, because presumably that's where you'll find new things, since as you clear out enemies, you the spots you have already visited are the ones that have been depleted of enemies. But if enemies do not constitute a finite resource, well, that's another story entirely. Alright. I have had plans. My plans have been thwarted by reality, or what passes for it, over here in Silent Hill anyway. I have new plans. They might not be great, but they are plans, and I am running out of ideas. My two plans are to visit the side alley behind the cafe, and to try to go to the east, to the northeast. That's about it. And if that doesn't work, I need to go to where all the dogs are and try to find a particular door that'll lead me to where I want to go. If I am to trust Cheryl to have left me notes on how to navigate my way, then that would indeed stand to reason. It would indeed make sense that if I am to find the school, I need to first go through the doghouse. Which is fair enough, but for now, thank you all oh so much for watching, and you will see me elsewhere.